All right, this is a test to see if I can make some progress with creating PowerPoint slides and then doing it via posting them on Moodle and along with audio as well. Okay, so now it seems to be that the audio is recording fine. We're working here, so let's talk in terms of some specific examples here. So we'll go through the objectives here, and we'll take a look at some issues of cost terminology that need to be discussed. One of the major issues that we need to look at is the issue of cost object. And cost object is not something that is particularly written in stone, because the nature of a cost object can change depending on the question that's asked. So for example, if we want to know what the cost of a car is, then what do we do with the question of paint that's on the car? Do we treat it as a direct cost? We treat it as an indirect cost. What about the paint department? Is paint cost direct or indirect? Well, the question of direct or indirect is always an issue of convenience and also cost benefit. So if we decide that from a cost benefit point of view, we're not going to really try to measure exactly how much paint is on a car, it doesn't mean that we ignore the cost, but rather we treat it as an overhead or an indirect cost and take the paint costs and spread them evenly over the amount of production that's done. And that's done simply from a matter of cost benefit convenience from the point of view of the company. Now, another company may decide that they can indeed, and in fact they want to, decide how much cost is in a particular car, particularly with respect to paint. So, for example, if Ford decides that they can accurately and economically measure paint, they will treat it as a direct cost. There's not necessarily a right or wrong answer to that. Now, in both cases, if we move up the corporate hierarchy and we begin to look at the paint department, then it becomes pretty clear that we can indeed measure the cost of paint as a direct cost. A direct cost being something that can be easily and accurately measured in terms of total cost. So the issue of direct or indirect sometimes depends on the definition of the cost object.